Oh, hey everyone. Today we have Johnny, the number one Australian leader from Sisel International. Welcome to MLM Scores podcast, Johnny.
Well, thank you very much. I'm grateful to be here.
So, how are you doing?
I'm doing very well today, actually. It's a little bit cool here in Australia because the winter has decided it's going to kick in today. So yes, it's been a little warm, but other than that, I'm fine.
Yeah, I live in Dubai, so the weather is quite hot here. That's all.
Okay. That's fine. It normally is here too in summer. So anyway, all good.
Yeah. So, Johnny, can you share your personal journey? What inspired you to join Sisel International?
So my journey started about 50 years ago when my newborn son kept getting rashes and
Hmm.
we'd done everything. And of course, these newborns don't come with a manual, do they?
Yeah, yeah.
And you've got to go through and sort out what works for each baby. So we discovered it was the washing powder
Washing
that
powder.
I was using. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he just kept getting these horrible rashes. Anyway, so I had to source a more natural washing powder. It was actually a liquid that I sourced. And, back then we didn't have Google, we didn't have anything. So it was all word of mouth, it was all investigating, whatever. So I have a very inquisitive mind. So that suits this sort of stuff. So I
Okay.
found a solution,
Okay.
but that was the beginning of my journey then to remove toxic chemicals
Mm-hmm.
from our lives. So I've just been on the journey ever since and looking for companies. So I found a company um, back in the mid 90s that was a 10-year-old company
Mm-hmm.
that specialized in non toxic products.
Okay.
So I joined that company,
Okay.
and the company, Sisel now, is just the progression of that company
Mm-hmm.
that was there in the mid 90s. So for me, making sure that my home is as toxic free as I can make it. And today it's probably more of a challenge
Mm-hmm.
because we have so many more plastics
I agree.
that we did back then. So it doesn't matter what you touch, where you go shopping, there's all plastics everywhere. And they tell me that we consume the plastic that is contained in like a credit card, a bank card, we consume that in a year.
Mm.
So that's pretty out there.
Yeah.
Like when you think about it, you're just going to get a card and have a little munch on it. So yes.
Okay.
So that's what started my journey.
Yeah. So Sizzle is known for its science-based products, right? So what are your personal favorite products and how have they made a difference in your life or the life of your customers or maybe the life of your friends or family members?
So Sizzle is an acronym for science, innovation, success, energy, and leadership.
Mm-hmm.
So the Mauer family, so Tom Mauer Sr. started the company with his family back in the mid 80s,
Mm-hmm.
and it had a couple of name changes over the time. But their mission
Mm-hmm.
is to take the toxic chemicals out of our homes.
Okay.
So, and how they got into this,
Yeah.
one of their sons had an issue with losing his hair.
Okay.
And his wife said, "You're the scientist, you know, you're the chemical master here."
Mm.
And he said he was horrified when he found the ingredients that he used in his industrial cleaners,
Mm.
he found in shampoos and conditioners and shower gel and toothpaste and all that stuff.
Mm.
And he was just horrified. So that's what set him on the what we call the Mauer mission.
Mm-hmm.
And that is to take all these chemicals out of the products and give us a more toxic free lifestyle that we all like to have.
Yeah.
So for me, Back when I started, there's a product called Supra Detox.
Supra Detox.
Super Detox, and it was a product that, as he described it, and then my analogy is, it's like you have a garbage bin
Mm-hmm.
and you fill that garbage bin up with all the rubbish.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do with that garbage bin when it's full?
You throw it out. You
You
empty
throw
it.
it out. That's right. So that's what we need to do with our bodies,
Mm-hmm.
so that we have clear
Detoxin.
space.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have the space then when we put the good products into our body and
Yeah.
the good food, then it goes where it's needed. It doesn't have to fight through all that crap and that garbage that we had in that rubbish bin.
Yeah.
We've got a fresh start, so we can then feed our body and nourish our body. So for me, there's many, many products that I use that are my favorites. And it's recommended when you first begin with Sisel that you use something that's called the triangle of life.
Okay.
So that's 3 products,
Okay.
and that nourishes your body, that gives you the energy. It's made up of a fucoidin, which is made from a seaweed,
Okay.
and it is there for energy. It's there to cleanse.
Mm-hmm.
You have eternity, which is a reversal. Whoops.
Age reversal.
Reversatile.
Oh,
I know. I always get trapped up with that word.
no.
And then we have a product called Super Max,
Super Max. Okay.
and it's probably the king of everything.
Okay.
Reversatile. That's it. So that's where you should start. But we have many products over the ranges. Like we have a fitness pack, we have a weight management pack, we
Okay.
have a sports pack,
Mm-hmm.
we have like a home pack for your
Okay.
laundry, for your kitchen.
Okay.
So you've just, and it's, even if you changed one product at a time. So personal care, they've taken the fluoride out of toothpaste.
Okay.
Now, fluoride's a neurotoxin.
Okay. Yeah, I agree.
Oh, wow. Whoever created that lie that an aluminium waste product that they
Mm-hmm.
couldn't get rid of would be
Mm-hmm.
great for your teeth? Insane.
Insane. Yeah.
It's just, but people use it all the time. We got fed a lie. In Australia, we had an ad where a teacher had a stick of chalk
Mm-hmm.
and she stuck it in blue ink
Mm-hmm.
and then snapped it in half. And that was how the fluoride helped your teeth. Well, sorry, that was a lie. But even mouthwash, it's got alcohol in it. Most our mouthwashes have alcohol in it.
Also, yeah.
So, the other thing that we need to do is we need to make sure that we have good, clean water.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the conditions that we suffer today is caused by dehydration.
Mm-hmm.
The body doesn't get enough
Water.
water. So a great way to hydrate, we do have a product there that will give you hydrogen in a little packet. But you need to add salt to that water.
Okay.
A good pink Himalayan salt or a Baja Gold
Mm-hmm.
salt, because that helps your body stay hydrated.
Yeah. To retain the water inside the body. Yeah.
And most people are dehydrated and don't know it.
Mm-hmm. I understand.
So, it all works together. You have to work holistically
Mm-hmm.
with getting this on being. So for me, like I use the eye product for my vision. I use it's called the age pill,
Mm-hmm.
but it's an anti-glycation.
Mm-hmm.
So it gets rid of the glycation in your body. So there's in the sports range, there's fire and ice. Love it. And you can have it hot or cold. So they have a coffee, they have skincare.
Okay.
So actually, I've got my little bottle of skincare sitting on my desk.
Okay.
So that's there, so I don't forget it.
Sounds good. So they have
Yes,
in almost every category. Yeah.
every category, yes, that you could bring. So it's like you've got health, you've got personal care, you've got fitness, you've got weight management, you've got the home.
Mhm.
I'm just trying to think what else is there. Personal care, I said that. So so there's a whole range of products that are
Okay.
there
Mm-hmm.
that you can go out and buy, a pack if you wanted to start on one particular area in your life,
Mm-hmm.
but even start with one product.
Yeah.
And
Agree.
and you don't have to join the company. You can be a preferred customer.
Yeah,
So you get a discount for being a preferred customer.
I got that. So what do you think sets Sisel apart from other health and wellness MLM companies in today's market? What's so special about Sisel other which is not in we can see in other MLM companies nowadays, specifically in health and wellness niche?
Okay. So longevity.
Longevity. Okay.
Longevity, I think, there's just been a company that's closed its doors in the last probably 6 weeks that have left a lot of people stranded
Mhm.
without income, without access to these products. Now, the company that closed, Sisel had formulated their products in the beginning.
Mhm.
So they had just taken over the products. So for
Is that
me,
Modere? The company name is Modere?
yes,
Yes.
yes.
Which
So
went down
that
a
was,
few weeks ago, right?
yeah, correct, correct. So why? Because of the science.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Tom Mauer Sr. started the company, which has now been passed down to Tom Mauer Jr., who has just been awarded the Global Award for CEO Global Award 2025. So he's just been awarded that. So the science, they're scientists. With the company you just mentioned, they were taking ingredients out of the products
Mm-hmm.
and they weren't as effective. But
I,
with the Mauer mission, if there's a better ingredient that comes up that's tested, they will replace it or they will add it.
yeah.
So all the time, the formulations are being improved
Mm-hmm.
so that we are guaranteed to have the best product that's available.
Wow. That's
So,
good.
it's not only is it like it's a family business, it's been a family run business since the 1980s.
Yeah.
Okay. So now it's in the hands of Tom Mauer Jr.
Mm-hmm.
and his sister, Liesel, and his two sons are the main people that's there. And the two sons now are scientists. So you've got scientists at the helm who care about people, who want to give that mission.
Mm.
And, there's an opportunity there for people to make money if they choose that they would like to follow that line down.
Mm-hmm.
And again, choose a company that's got the record.
Yeah, I agree with
You
that.
know,
I totally agree with that.
so many companies now that have been around for 5 years, and the other company was there for 23 years,
Mm-hmm.
but it didn't have a scientist at the helm.
Right.
It had a corporate
Discussion.
person at the helm.
Mm.
And this is what you need to look for. And this is why, for me, I wouldn't buy anything else, because they're just brilliant, stunning. And like, I'm in Australia,
Yeah.
they're in Utah.
Yeah.
I have a phone number that I can ring of a morning because of time difference, and I can ask any question. I get direct access
Wow.
to the company.
That's lovely.
Oh, absolutely. Because sometimes you've got an issue
Mm-hmm.
and, or, and not very rarely does it happen these days, but I have had orders go astray
Yeah.
a little while ago now, and you just ring them up and they just get replaced. It's there, it's done.
Wow.
There's never an issue with it.
Great support.
And
Yeah.
this, oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And we've got a great group that Australia has run in Australia. So we've got a magnificent leader in Australia. And I work with an absolutely amazing clinical nutritionist
Okay.
in all of this. So I always have his support with this, that if there's any tough questions or anybody's got a specific issue, I can go to him,
Mm-hmm.
pass them to him,
Mm-hmm.
and then he will sort it out. And Ross Hardy is just one of the best people that I've come across, and I'm very fortunate that I have such the close working relationship with him. And he has access to a health retreat in Queensland.
Yeah.
So, we have all those things available to help people get on the right track. And that's my passion, is to help people create the
Yeah.
wellness that they choose to have in their life.
Very good.
You know,
It
we
is.
are just the messengers.
Yeah. So that's what makes us human, to help others. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So many
Absolutely.
people,
Make that difference.
yeah. So many people struggle to get momentum in network marketing. Yeah. So what are your
Oh,
success
absolutely.
habits or strategies that help you build a consistent income with Sizzle?
I think honesty and integrity
Honesty and
go a long way,
mm-hmm.
because there's so many scams
Yeah.
now to what there was back then. And I have had a lot of success
Mm-hmm.
uh, in the past
Yeah.
with it, and now we've got a steady stream. We've got people who were with the closed company now coming across,
Mm-hmm.
and so again they got access to the best products. But you just have to be you. Don't try and be somebody else. Don't, the products speak for themselves. You don't have to exaggerate things,
I got that.
because the products are so good, and they are full of integrity.
Yeah.
So that's all you need to do. But look for a company that has got the longevity
Yeah.
and care for people. Our mission does that.
Lovely. Lovely. So for someone who is watching this podcast, he might be considering joining Sizzle. So what's your
Mhm.
best advice to help them get started strong and stay motivated?
um, they need the motivation. It's something that you might be able to give people motivation for a day or a week, but then it's up to them to maintain that. I think to get started, you look at one of the wellness packs.
Okay.
Definitely start with the super detox, empty the garbage bin. Just one of the wellness packs would be a great way to start. There's
Okay.
lots of options. Once you go on the site, where will my link be that people can go to? Will you put that in the thing?
Yes, your link will
Yes.
be there below the
Yep.
podcast on our website. So
Okay.
you will be able
Cool.
to go through your link. Yeah.
So just click on the link, get started, go through the products, choose something that you like to start with,
Hmm.
and then, send me a message, and I can put you into whatever Facebook group that you need to,
Okay.
and then we can go from there. Lots of support. And as I said, I have the support of the clinical nutritionist at any time somebody has an issue, and we can go from there. But, that's just go through the products,
Lovely.
try them all. There's some
I'm sold up.
amazing, amazing products.
After this podcast, I will go and try some of the products. for sure.
very good. You will
Yeah,
never be disappointed with it. So yeah, no, it's just an amazing company. And it's, as I said, it's 40 years. It's been there 40 years. So they obviously are doing something right to do that.
yeah, yeah, I agree with you. I have heard a lot of good stories about Sisal. So listening from you, it gives me confidence that this opportunity, this company is legit, and also the people who will view this podcast will definitely give your opportunity a try and definitely try the products.
I
That's
certainly hope so,
yeah. All right.
because
Yeah, yeah. Tell
we're
me.
on that mission. We're on the mission to
Yeah.
help people create the wellness
Mm-hmm.
and the health that they choose to do. And we're just the messengers.
Yes,
We
we
are
are.
just the messengers, and we're here to help and support wherever we can.
Perfect. Perfect. All right, Johnny. It was nice talking to you. Have a great day.
Same here. Thank you very much. Right.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.